in
We're going to
freaking
try
Como.
to music playing. We'll see if that works this time. So when we last left our daring heroes, or in this case, our terrified victims, they were in a tropical resort in remote Papua New Guinea in which murder had been done, murder most foul, as several of the guests of the resort have been found strangled to death. And one man who has been apparently inflicted with the tetrodotoxin zombie poison is missing. So our heroes have banded together now, not to find the culprit, but rather to save themselves, because this is Call of Cthulhu. And if you find the culprit, he kills you next. So let's, unless you're Samuel, who's trying to survive all 4 Halloween Call of Cthulhu sessions. And so far he has. So far.
We'll see how this goes.
We'll jump to you guys. I think we're in a bungalow, kind of barricaded inside. You've arranged for a skiff to smuggle you out of the resort at midnight at the docks. What could go wrong?
Absolutely nothing.
This is gonna go perfect.
Without
describe your character, what you're doing as your midnight rendezvous.
Okay, so me and Arthur are probably out doing our little patrol, just to keep up appearances in case anyone walks by.
All right. So, Edward, Samuel, why don't you describe what your characters look like? A little bit of background for our viewing audience, if there will be any viewing audience, probably not. And how are you two getting along while you're walking the perimeter? On one side, you have the full, lush, lavish resort. On the other side, the dense, dark, spooky jungle.
Okay, Dietrich is German man, about 25 years of age, short, slicked back hair, and a nice full mustache. On his shoulder, he has two firearms, a double-barreled shotgun and a double-barreled rifle.
So he's not going to get killed for lack of firepower. That's
yeah, it's gonna be a broken shoulder.
What about Samuel? Who's your character, and what does he look like?
Well, I'm playing Arthur Belmont for the 4th time. He's a tall French Canadian, former officer from the Canadian Expeditionary Forces during the First World War. He's rather aged, around 45, close to 50. Has seen a lot in his time, and he's spending most of his time now exploring the world and trying to learn about cultures. He had a lot of bad luck in his last travels. First with the train in the Himalayas that got caught in an avalanche, and he met some weird things. Then he went on a cruise trying to get some time off, and then again he got some trouble with a voodoo doctor, and now he's stuck in this resort trying to get the fuck out of there because he has found some weird things that people are not supposed to see. So he's patrolling with Dietrich. He's tried to get along with the German officer. Although he did fight some Germans during the war, he's able to pass beyond that. So he's walking with his Lee Enfield rifle in his hand, and got his trusted Colt on his hip. And he goes along, just wait until the time pass enough so they can get into the boat and go away.
All right. So you're walking the perimeter of the first resort. That's the name of this Papuan destination that you've come to relax and enjoy the sights and the homicide. So the jungle, as the sun is going down, you can hear, animals moving. There are monkeys up in the trees. There are smaller animals running around the brush. Large lizards, snakes, giant centipedes. Not giant in the 6 feet long category, but giant in the 1 foot long, which is quite big for for a centipede. I wouldn't be
Shoot it.
happy.
Rather
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah. So the jungle, it emits all of this noise, and of course, wary bird, which is like an emu. They could be 6 feet tall, or like an ostrich, the same kind of family. And they can make a lot of noise moving through the brush as well. And I believe that's in fact what Dietrich has come to Papua New Guinea with the intention of hunting.
So you're hunting
Do
a
you guys?
snipe.
You kind of cut out.
Okay. As you guys are walking the perimeter, how are you getting along? Is there like a tense silence? Or are you guys like bickering and arguing? Are you laying plans? How are Dietrich and Arthur getting along at the moment?
You hunting snipe?
I'm trying to be friendly.
Well, I'm trying to be friendly too, but I'm not much for chit chat. So
Yeah, that depends. What's your definition of friendly?
not shooting each other.
Not pulling rank.
I'll do that.
So you're glaring into the jungle, then you're glaring at each other, then you're glaring at each other again, pretty much.
Yeah, I like him,
Um,
but I also don't trust him to not put a knife in my back.
Wow, what a great role model.
Don't worry, it won't be a knife you get in your back.
Oh, good. There'll be a
Supposed to be a
45.
bullet.
So Dietrich has kind of taken a leadership role. He's organized some of these patrols in the wake of the murders, as the resort administrator has turned to him in his time of trouble. So there are potentially other patrols. Justin, do you want to introduce your character at this point? Do you come up and join their patrol, or do you want to introduce your character a little later? It's up to you.
If it makes it easier, I can introduce him now. But I think
Probably would be easier now.
Just a bit. I'll meet up with him just a bit later, but I'll introduce myself now. My character, his name is Otto Jaeger. He is a German immigrant who came to America and kind of got in some trouble at a younger age, joined the mob, and then when first chance he got, he joined the U.S. Army by faking his own death, in a sense, so the other enemy mob, in a sense, or rival mobs, cannot kill him. And he's now kind of out there living the rest of his life, trying to figure out when it's a safe time to maybe come in as a different person. He was a sergeant in the military. He was also a translator because he speaks fluent German. He's about 6 foot, a bit more huskier, bigger built, kind of strong. Blue eyes and we'll go blonde hair because why not? He tends to keep more to himself. What he's currently on is he's wearing a bigger-ish trench coat where he has got the 45 at his hip, the Thompson kind of slung over his shoulder, and a double barrel sawed off inside the coat.
All right. And is Otto, so do you want to approach them now, or do you want to have a scene where you're on a different patrol, or do you want to just save off till later? What do you want, Justin?
Let's do a solo patrol a little bit later.
Oh, you're gonna get just jumped by something.
Well, it's more on the lines of keeping with your idea, and more along the lines of
Yeah.
Well, why don't we throw throw Otto in with Okami Mai, with Hans, the former associate of
Hans!
Dietrich. So, Otto, you've been assigned on patrol, kind of opposite to Dietrich and Arthur. They're on one side of the camp. You're on the other side of the resort, not camp, but resort. And they've assigned you this little Papuan guy. He's got a shaved head. He's dark skinned. He's dressed like a tourist guide, like a big game hunter. All of his clothes are very new. They're probably given to him by the resort when he was hired. He has this busted up old hunting rifle, and he's taking his job very seriously. And he's just prattling on and telling you that, yes, my friend, I worked with a German as well, and his name was Dietrich Rattenhuber. He is the one who is organizing all of this cassowary protection, and I will aid you most greatly, sir, as I have the eyes of a cassowary, and I have the ears of a rabbit, and I have the weapon of a god, and we will protect all of the women and the children of the resort, sir. And he's stalking around like Elmer Fudd with his rifle. He's clearly terrified, but he's just rambling as you guys are on patrol. What is Otto's reaction to being paired with this guy? What do you say to Okame Mai? And he proudly tells you that I have too a German name, sir. As Mr. Dietrich has called me Hans. You may address me as Hans as well, sir. So he's very proud to have a German name.
Oh, God. I do not speak this out loud. I'm making this very clear.
You blame Edward for this NPC, by the way.
How the hell did I get paired up with this Elmer Fudd? Well, how the hell did I get paired up with this guy? I'm going to die. He's making too much noise. And that busted old thing isn't going to kill or wound a damn thing. I look over to him and go, so you have the ears of a rabbit and the eyes of this cat. But that weapon, that is not God's weapon. And I whip out the Thompson and I kind of pull back the coat. This sawed-off here has the crack of thunder like Thor. This Thompson will rain down arrows like Apollo. That is a twig.
And his eyes go wide as he's looking at the Thompson. Have the drum magazine or just the flat clip?
It currently has a flat clip, but I do have the drum as well.
Okay. Well, regardless, he's very
in the pocket. There's
very
the drum,
impressed.
a few more mags.
He's very impressed though by this. Now he does seem to take issue with you not knowing what the cassowary is, because the cassowary is a great bird of Papua New Guinea. So he doesn't have the eyes of a cat. He has the eyes of a cassowary, which is much greater than any cat. And
I whispered, does that thing have 9 lives?
No, sir. It is even greater. 10 lives to the cassowary, sir. One
Whoa.
for tail feather.
You're gonna need those 10 lives after these murders.
And he's clearly afraid. Like he's trying to keep up a good conversation, but every time you bring up the murders, he looks into the forests and then he looks at the resort. He doesn't know where to look. He doesn't know if the threat is going to come out of the jungle or if it's going to come out of one of the bungalows. So he's really on edge. You're kind of worried he might just shoot somebody if they approach and make too much noise or startle him.
I want to start World War II before World War II. And it's going to be on Papua New Guinea. I look at him and go, clearly you've never killed someone before or have seen people die.
And he shakes his head. And he's like, no, sir. I am a man of peace. I was raised by one of the missionaries. I believe in Christ Jesus, sir. And he crossing himself.
I reply with, I am also the man of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But if the Great War has taught me anything, it is the fact that he has a plan for all of us, whether it's our time to pass or to live. The most you can do is repent at night and hope you wake up the next morning.
He nods. That is great wisdom. He's taking that.
How old is this man? Oh, yeah, how old is this man?
He looks like he's in his mid-30s. He might actually be younger than that, but he's lived a kind of a rough life growing up in New Guinea. Probably didn't have the best food.
Because I kind of forgot to mention that I'm 25. So the fact that it's great wisdom.
All right, so maybe we'll jump back to Crystal Star. Crystal, what is your character doing while all of the goofs are out on patrol? Did you say that you were perhaps examining the idol that you had found?
Yes, I'm playing Emmaleth Chambers, and she is a young dilettante. She inherited a lot of money from her father, who passed away at some point. She's sort of like an early flapper in a way. She has really short strawberry blonde hair, and she has emerald green eyes and pretty progressive views. As far as she believes that pretty much people should just do whatever they want. And so since she has a lot of money and everything, she has just been traveling the world, trying with an amateur interest in archaeology, and now having come across this artifact and everything, it's and having all this adventure in her life, it's a lot more scary than she thought it would be. But also it's like exciting because she's getting to do what she's always wanted to do, and do something meaningful. So right now she's back in the suite that they bought last week as now become the main suite, because the people that are trying to kill her and Arthur basically don't know about it. So she's back in the room right now, and since Arthur left with Dietrich to go do patrols or whatever, and see when we can have an opening so we can leave down to go to the docks. Suddenly something hits her as she sort of looks over the statuette, and it's like, wait, this is kind of like a fish sort of thing. And so knowing how to open it, she opens it back up and carefully takes off the cover again, and she sees that little thing that looks kind of like a big cell. And she takes a water droplet, and she sucks some water up into the droplet, and then she very carefully drops just a drop of water on top of that cell, thinking maybe that's related somehow. I mean, this fish goddess statue thing, water has to be maybe related to this somehow.
Do you if there's no result immediately, do you try more water, or do you just stick to a couple drops?
I'll give it like one good drop, and I'll wait for a minute just to see. The first thing I want to see is will the water roll off? If so, then I'm probably just going to give up. But if this thing actually absorbs the water, I'm probably going to write down those results in a journal, and kind of take it from there. So I want to see the immediate results of when I drop this first drop on it, what happens.
Absolutely. So yes, you take out that strange alien idol that had been recovered from Colonel Cleveland's room on board the Queen of Sumatra. It's, of course, this weird phallic fish creature with breasts. And as you had discovered on board the Sumatra Queen, you could take the bottom off. The base of the statue is removable. And inside that base actually has, as you said, this leathery, transparent, membranous thing caught in like a stone mounting. So the idol itself is hollow, and you pull this out and you look at it, and it looks like almost like a giant prune, and trying to look through the outer skin, which is somewhat transparent, you can see ropey, snotty looking strands inside and weird organelles. So you take that water dropper and just apply a few drops to the surface. And as you suspected, it seems to be absorbed into that leathery outer casing. So how you said you apply a little bit more water after that? Is that correct?
First, I want to take a magnifying glass, and I kind of want to like look at it more closely. Does it look like it's changed any? Like, is it less leathery now or anything?
Not significantly. With just a few drops, there's virtually no change at all.
Okay.
It did absorb the water, so that's a bit unusual, but there's no perceptible change with just a few drops, no.
Okay, she's probably going to do the dumbest thing she's ever done. Is there like a bowl, like a big bowl or something around I could put water in?
Sure, let's get a punch bowl. Go make some Cthulhu punch.
All right, so she gets the biggest bowl she can. She'll fill it up with water, and then she'll like just kind of carefully turn this thing over upside down and place it into the water and see what happens.
All right. So, so you place it inside, and at first nothing happens. There's no immediate reaction, and then after only a few seconds, maybe 10 seconds, you start to notice that outer shell is getting less leathery, that it's loosening up. And you start to notice those ropey, snotty strands inside. They start to move. They start to writhe around. And now it looks like this leathery sack is full of writhing snakes or writhing tentacles or something of that nature. What do you do when you see that it starts to move inside as if it's coming to life? Do you take it out of the water, or do you keep making notes?
Now, I mean, like I'm gonna just like drop, if I can, just kind of drop the base off at this point down into the water, and then I'll just start recording. And I have my magnifying glass in one hand, and I'm writing notes with my other hand, watching this thing.
All right.
And this is how I'm gonna die.
So as you're watching, it starts to move around inside these ropey, snotty tentacles, and they start to move, with greater vivacity as the water is absorbed, and the water level actually starts to drop in the bowl. Like this thing is sucking up this water like a sponge, and it's getting more and more soft and transparent and membranous. It's almost turning from leather into like a transparent rubberiness. And then if you keep watching, it almost starts to dissolve and become like a film or just a thin membrane. And the thing inside of the egg starts to take on a more distinct shape. You can see that in addition to the tentacles, it seems to have a central body mass. You think you see a tiny jaw working away, and some of the tentacles seem oddly segmented, almost like arms. And just as the membrane is kind of dissolving and being pulled apart by these snaky, ropey tentacles, you see an eye open up and look at you out of this bowl, this punch bowl that's now full of slimy, viscous tentacles. Will you make a sanity test at this point?
I certainly will. And on the sanity roll might depend on next course of action. Made a 38. So I pass.
All right. I think you should still take like 1 point of sanity damage, but that's it. So as you're looking, and like I said, the water is very much being absorbed. When the thing starts to take shape to you, the eyes are looking at you. Another eye opens up. You can see that mouth actually has some teeth, and it's almost semi-humanoid in aspect. It's like almost like just a little baby with tentacles for legs, and this green, snotty, translucent skin that lets you see the veins and the guts through its belly.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to. Is it getting like too big for the bowl? Because if it is, I'm gonna grab the bowl and I'm gonna like run to the restroom and like set it on top of the toilet, just like the lids closed and everything. And I'm gonna start filling up the bathtub for it, and then I'm gonna pour it into the bathtub when the water gets full enough.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah, so dump the little tentacled slime baby into the bathtub. It keeps soaking up that liquid, and it's getting bigger and big. It started out, as we said, being pretty small, and then it's got up to the size of like a big baby. And as it's in the bathtub, it's getting up to be like the size of a toddler. Make another sanity test. This doesn't make any damn sense.
Should I do disadvantage or just a regular speedy? Okay. I made a 2, so I completely wasted that 2.
Pardon me?
I rolled a 2.
Nice. All right, so you're remarkably sane.
Yeah, I'm probably actually more fascinated than like scared at this point. Like, it's like this is totally wrecking my world of things I thought were possible, but at the same time I love it. Like, holy shit, this is possible.
Absolutely. So what is Emmaleth's reaction more specifically? Is she muttering to herself or speaking, or is she being very cold and clinical, or is she looking on this thing like, oh my god, it's a little baby, or what is she,
her reaction is probably like, holy shit. I mean, that's just actually her reaction. Like, she can't believe this. It's like she feels like she feels like it's breaking her brain because this shouldn't be possible, but seeing it right before her eyes, not being able to deny all this, she just feels like totally more, excited than than scared, than scared or afraid or anything like that. And in fact, she sees this thing. She's gonna quickly run back towards into the other room, and she's gonna grab her plate, which has still some food on it, and she's gonna run back into the bathroom and she's gonna see if it'll eat anything from the plate. So first she'll try to like give it a sausage because you said it has like teeth, right? So that
Yeah,
might indicate that it's like
little teeth.
it eats meat. So I'm gonna like hand it some sausage or like kind of toss some sausage at it and see if it'll eat the sausage.
Bringing it food, it's like reaching up with its chubby little baby arms all covered in slime and with the pulsing veins. And it takes any meat. So yes, the sausage, and it starts eating that most voraciously. The workings of its mouth and its tiny little needle-like teeth might remind you very much of like a piranha, and it's got its big bulbous fishy eyes, and it's almost like squeeing and cooing in delight as it's chowing down on those fine German sausages that Dietrich had brought over. So Dietrich, your sausages are going to a good cause. Have no fear for that. And it's continuing to get larger. So as you're feeding it, it's actually as you're giving it food and coming closer to it and it's getting larger, it's actually going to try to reach out and grab you. So you probably don't expect this because it seems pretty much helpless. So I'm going to make it tries though to grab you as your arm or your hand is coming within reach. Not just with its little baby hands, which seem to have tiny claws, but also with its tentacles. Now it's failed to do so, but you can tell it's trying to get at you. You don't know if it wants to just give you a big hug or if it's hungry for something a little fresher than these fine German sausages. What's Emmaleth's reaction as she realizes that this thing is trying to grab her or hug her? How would Emmaleth react?
Yeah, I mean, she'll probably back off a little bit because now it's trying to get a little too friendly. She doesn't know if it will bite her. At this point, she'd have to assume that it would attack her. But she's not gonna like try and harm it or anything. So she'll just kind of back off a little bit. And if she has any more of the sausages left, she'll just toss them from a safe distance.
All right. So it's chowing away on any kind of meat that you're throwing it. How long does Emmaleth keep feeding it or stay with it? Does she leave it at any point? Or does she stay with it pretty close to that midnight point? Or what do you think?
I mean, unless it starts getting like so big that it's gonna like take up the entire room, like I'm gonna then I'll stick around it. I might kind of step into the other room a little bit so I can close the door if I needed to. Like if it tried to get up and like come after me. But yeah, I'll sit towards the other room and I'll probably just feed it until it didn't seem interested in the food anymore. I mean, it's a growing thing. It has to eat. So yeah.
Very fair. It's good to see Emmaleth has this motherly instinct.
Yeah.
So yes, you're feeding it. It seems to kind of stop growing as it hits the size of maybe a 7-year-old. Its tentacles giving it a greater mass overall than a 7-year-old would, but its torso and such are very similar in proportion to a grotesque, deformed 7-year-old. And at a certain point, it's got some food in its hand. I'm imagining he's like thrown it a ham and it's chewing down on the ham, and it's kind of stops and belches and looks around and like it's searching for something. It has food in its hand, so it's not looking for food. And it's hesitating and looking for something. And then it raises its head and opens its mouth wide and lets out this shrill, piercing scream, this strange, wailing ululation that just echoes. You can't believe something so small could make such a loud noise. And everyone in the resort, including our player characters on patrol, hears this scream. And you guys can all make listen tests to try to pinpoint the location. So Samuel, Edward, and Justin, if you guys want to make listen tests.
How would you do that? That would be
Roll percentile, and
okay.
on your you should have listen listed as one of your skills.
Yep,
And
listen.
if you roll
20.
All right, so you want to roll 20 or lower on your D100 or your percentile test.
All right.
Is a 43 lower than 20?
No.
Yeah, I failed too.
Oh, good.
All right.
Hey Brian.
How do you do?
Justin.
How do you roll a D100 again? I forget. It's been
so
months since I've played.
Okay, you have your normal D20 dice, right?
Yeah, I have my normal dice with me.
Okay, you see these two. One is marked in 10s, the other is marked in 1s.
Yes.
Yeah, roll two 10-sided dice. One of them will be the tens column, and one will be the ones column. So if you get a 9 and a 1, that could be 91 or it could be 19, depending on which dice you want to be your tens column and which dice you want to be your ones column. So
this will be interesting.
Yeah.
So what is it? 10s are high and 4s are low?
Just pick one of the dice. It doesn't matter which one, and that will be your 10.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out well, both of them are 2, so either way it's 22. I'm just trying to figure out if I...
20.
Yeah.
So you fail by 2 points.
Okay.
If you want, you can spend 2 points of luck actually to succeed on this test, because you can spend luck to boost up your roll for any other skill test. That permanently decreases your luck by those 2 points, but it might be worth it in this case. It's up to you.
Let's see if I can figure out where my luck is again before I start using this stuff. Oh, I have a lot of luck.
Yeah. So 2 points probably worth it. It's up to you though.
Justin.
Yeah.
I almost forgot. You never rolled your luck to begin with.
Oh, I have no luck then.
So if someone wants to tell him how to do that, because I can't remember.
It's 3d6.
3 6-sided.
Multiplied by 5.
Add them up, multiply that total by 5, and that'll give you a luck score.
And on your dice, you should have one dice that's like 10, 20, 30, and the other one should be 1, 2, 3. The one that's like 10, 20, 30 is your 10s die. And the one that's like 1, 2, 3 is your 1s die.
I usually just roll 2 regular 10-siders, and whichever one lands closer to my left-hand side, that's the ones column. And whichever one lands to the right.
So I rolled a 4, a 5, and a 6. So I'd add those all up and multiply it by 5, you said?
Mm-hmm. So that's 15 times 5, which is
75.
75. Yeah, so you have 75 luck points.
If you want, you can spend 2 of those 75 points, and then you'll pass this test.
Sure, I'll spend 2 of them.
So, like I said, everyone hears this scream. You're on patrol. You're walking around. Dietrich and Arthur glaring at each other. Otto and Okami are tolerating each other. Okami's rambling away. And then this scream bursts out. This inhuman ululation, and Probably Okame would panic and his gun goes off. So
I smack him upside the head, say, "Don't do that again."
yeah, but Otto, you think you know where this sound came from? You think it's that bungalow over there, which of course is the player's secret bungalow. Now, our other players, Samuel, Dietrich, maybe even Crystal, if you want, you can roll listen for Okame's rifle shot, because you might think that whoever fired that gun has a target. So
Even
at least,
higher than before.
Yeah, I succeed on this one. I got
All right.
19.
So
you
how do
don't know
you
where the-
succeed or 4 on this?
I mean-
or is it just like
I
Since
have
I'm so-
no clue where that sound is coming from.
Since I'm so
Oh,
close to this
yeah.
creature, I'm probably covering my ears, just trying to, So I'm probably just covering my ears, like, shh, it's okay, I'll get you whatever you need. Shh, stop.
What the hell?
So Samuel, you know where the rifle shot came from. You're not positive where the scream came from, but you've heard Okame's rifle. You know pretty much where he is. So
Okay.
Hey, here's my thought, Arthur. Perhaps do you know where that rifle shot came from?
Yeah, came from that way.
Okay.
Come on.
How
Let's go.
How about I go check that out? You might want to go check on Emmaleth, just in case.
All right.
Someone might be trying to go after her.
All right, let's go.
split up.
Always split up the group.
So I'm gonna go towards where Arthur pointed to for the gunshot.
So what type of hunting rifle is this?
Okame,
Yeah, what type is his?
he has like a crappy bolt action rifle, the kind of thing that they used in World War One. It's not.
Well, what
Yeah, just
standard like
just a generic bolt action rifle, Justin.
you know what? Okami, give it.
He's like, what was that noise, sir? I heard something. Where did it come from?
You can't calm down. First off, give me the rifle. We're not having no more accidental discharges.
He reluctantly gives you the rifle.
Out of character, I'm totally keeping this rifle. He's never getting it back.
Fair. But
In
he
character.
probably has though, so he's gonna pull out his machete because it is the jungle. Almost everybody has a machete out here.
Put that away. You're not going to chop anyone up with that.
Justin
God.
does man chop a person in half with the machete.
You know what? Yeah, keep the machete at your hip. If I see the thing raise up, you're getting shot. Just kidding. You're not going to get shot. Just watch where you swing that thing. Second off, it came from that bungalow over there. And at this point, I kind of pull the jacket aside, swap clips to the 100 meg, and I just kind of rack the Thompson. And we start slowly. Well, I'll spend a bit of time calling him down, and then we'll slowly start approaching it. Cough, cough. Ed, get here before I shoot someone. Cough, cough. Definitely not the hunting guide. Cough, cough.
So yes, as Otto and Okame are heading towards the secret bungalow, Samuel, you'll probably intercept them before they get there.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm sprinting toward the bungalow.
Oh, then yeah, you're definitely, because we're just walking, because I'm trying to calm him down first before we start walking.
And I went towards where the shot was. Would I have seen them?
Yeah, whoever is heading towards the shot intercepts Otto before he gets to the bungalow.
Piece of shit. God damn.
So I'm just going to start walking up. Where's that scream coming from?
That bungalow, sir.
Right away. And I'm just going to take the side-by-side shotgun off and start walking towards the bungalow.
Ah, good. You have brought an extra rifle. Mine was defective and discharged itself. Please let me have one of your rifles.
These
waving this machete around while he's talking.
Will you put that machete down?
All my I've been in my family for a while. I'd rather not.
He looks like very sad, like he's gonna get killed if he doesn't have a rifle.
But
Well,
wait, isn't that your rifle there in this man's hand?
It is defective, sir.
Let me see. I'm gonna take it.
It went off by itself, sir.
I'm gonna take it from. I'm gonna take his rifle, look at it, and go. Seems fine, and give it back to him.
Before he does that, I reach over, go. He almost blew my head off, not knowing where this thing was pointed.
That's why he goes in front.
I whisper him, if he dies, I'm taking the rifle. If he lives, I'm conning him out of the rifle. I just whisper that into your ear. Okay, you go first. I kind of pat him towards the bungalow.
So we'll cut over to Samuel. So you've arrived at the secret bungalow before Otto and Okame and Dietrich. So, please describe how you arrive. How many times do you knock on the door, for example?
All right. I arrived, like I said, I was running there, so I arrived straight at the door and slammed like 5 times. Bang, 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 bang. And I tried to open it, weapon in hand.
All right. Crystal, your reaction is?
Well, yeah, if I hear like 5 bangs on the door, it certainly makes me jump at first. But I'll run over, and this time I don't even actually look because this thing is screaming in the bathroom. So I'll just like open the door and hope it turns out to be. So I shut it and lock it again, and then I start like just talking a million miles an hour. You'll never guess what happened. I had that thing. I had an epiphany. It was like all watery, and so I said, "Hey, what if I put water on it?" And so I dropped water on it, but then it absorbed the water, but it didn't roll off. So then I started.
What the hell are you saying, woman?
You go look in the bathroom.
So I make my way to the bathroom carefully, and I just peek in.
Grindy low, we hardly knew ye. You walk in the bathroom and be like, "Holy shit!" And just
probably. So yeah, I peek into the bathroom.
I'm definitely following close behind you, and if I see you trying to like grab your gun, I'm definitely gonna no.
No, I have my gun in hand, like I'm ready to shoot anything.
Yeah, so I'm probably like, you're not going to need your gun. Just don't get near it because it might bite.
What the hell are you talking about?
It might bite. Don't take a gun.
Well, it likes your sausages. Yeah, sorry, I got into your sausages. I'll buy you some more later. Don't worry about it.
So I
also your hand. I also like your hand. I'll buy you another one of them too.
Are all of us in the house now, or just Arthur here?
You at least leave the sauerkraut alone.
Mm-hmm.
So, Arthur, Samuel, as you come into the bathroom, you hear this cooing, and you look into the bathtub full of this green, pulsing, translucent slime, and you see this. It looks like there's a kid in the bathtub covered in slime, wrestling with an octopus. Then you realize that it's not a kid and it's not an octopus. It's some kind of octopus kid. And it's
Octo Kid.
Yeah,
going to a theaters near you.
And lumpy, and its skin is transparent. You can see veins and guts inside of it, and it's just sloshing and oozing around in the bathtub. So make a sanity test as you see this thing.
And I fail.
All right. Let me see. I'm thinking you only take 1 point of sanity damage from that. I rolled a d8. You got 1 point. Excellent roll.
And we hear a gunshot. I probably just fired blindly somewhere in the wall.
At that point, I take off running.
Yeah. So what is Arthur's reaction? You fire into the wall.
Well, probably since I see something like "Ah!" I just shoot like wherever my gun was pointing. I'm not even pointing at it. I'm just shooting straight in front of me, like wah!
So
I'll say, Arthur, no, like stop. It's like don't hurt it.
not my baby.
Do I hear the gunshot go off?
Oh,
Yes.
of course.
You guys, are all sprinting towards the bungalow at this point.
Oh no!
Full,
See, I feel
full
like
sprinting.
okay. So our other German friend, I feel, is full sprinting. I immediately turn to our hunting guy. I go, "Did you fire another round, dumbass?" God damn it, Hans! Let's go. Get your ass moving. I kind of like shove him towards the hut, making sure he's the one in front, just in case something goes wrong.
But yeah,
Okay.
Emmaleth and Arthur. So what are you guys doing? And then we'll have Dietrich and Otto arrive in a moment.
Damn hunting guides.
Well, I'm probably in shock right now due to my failure in the sanity check. I step back completely, and I actually lose my cigar.
That's a first.
Yeah, that's the first.
The creature comes and picks up the cigar and takes one big puff.
What the hell
Yes.
was that?
You're never too young to start.
I'll pick up his cigar as he's like, "What the hell is that?" I'll pick up his cigar and I'll just like put it back and I'll just be like, "Isn't it great? Like I don't know what it is. Like it's amazing. Like it was that thing. It was that cell. You know, the statue thing. It was that. And now
That's too much.
I just added water.
After the armies and the zombies, and now we got the squid boy. What the hell?
A movie coming near you, Squid Boy.
That would be great with the newsreels.
I mean, for all we know, this thing could be intelligent. That this thing could, like, I mean, it's amazing.
Oh, I forgot a pet grenade. Oh, I don't need grenades.
How can you forget the hand grenade?
Well, like, I was like, oh, I'll be totally fine. You know, I'm just gonna pick one up somewhere. I was like, technically it's part of the army, but I'm part of the mob, so I didn't know if it was in the weapon sheet.
So
It'd be
wait,
fun just to...
so you pack a Thompson and not a hand grenade?
You know what? We'll find out. I'll look through my luggage later. I didn't grab it, because who needs a hand grenade on patrol?
Who doesn't?
True. We'll have to look at my luggage and see if I find a hand grenade.
Do we get there on this time?
Yeah, so Emmaleth is explaining to Arthur how great this thing is. Arthur's in shock, and at some point, yes, Dietrich, Otto, and Okami arrive.
So
Oh,
I'm just
God.
going to go inside. I'm just not even knocking. I'm just going right inside,
I swap
I'm
weapons
just-
because of...
trying to figure out what
lock the door
happened.
back.
Okay.
I said earlier, I'll lock the door back. So if you try to walk inside, it's locked.
I'm gonna try and kick the door down.
Yeah.
Whoa! My
the
fellow German friend.
If you hit the door, I shoot. Right.
My fellow German friend, I got this. I whip out the sawed off. I'm gonna bust the lock, and we're gonna send the hunting
Okay.
guide in front.
As soon as he says that, I'm gonna take about 5 steps back, and then right behind Hans. So there's a straight line between me, Hans, the door.
When
Like
I
5
hear you
feet.
try to open the door, like when I hear you try to open the door, I'm assuming my 38 special is out on the table or something. I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna like turn towards the door. Like the first thing that comes through that door, I'm shooting at.
But
Wait,
I think Otto,
I
did you
turn-
say you're just gonna shoot off the doorknob?
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot the door so Hans can get in.
Yeah,
I
so
said
there's
a
no
thought.
knocking involved.
I just had a thought.
No, not at all.
Otto, Otto, step aside.
Okay.
Fräulein Emmaleth, are you okay?
As I put 2 shells in there for breaching, just
Mhm.
heads turned, guns running.
So as I call
Um,
out,
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, we're fine. We're busy though. Go away.
I look at them.
I just
They're
turned to
definitely in
Otto
trouble.
and nod.
Boom! I shoot the door with both barrels going in, and we shove Hans right in as soon as he opens the door.
Hans is gonna be the first guy in that room.
All right.
Think
Doorknob.
like breaches and stuff. I'm not trained for that kind of stuff. I would say that would probably stun me. So I'm not gonna shoot right away because it's like I jerk, like oh shit, Now Arthur here is a trained soldier. I don't know what he's gonna do.
I don't know. All I know is Hans is gonna get probably
There must be a roll
kaputted.
because I'm kind of
Yeah.
shocked because of the creature. But since some
Yeah. Make a test.
of what?
Let's see.
Another, I don't know, sanity. You get
I would say
gunshot now.
like a
How about
I
how
would
about
say
a luck?
power.
Yeah,
What about luck?
maybe just power.
I got like
Yeah, luck.
oh yeah,
Luck. If you have some kind of tactical skill or even sanity could work.
yeah.
But
Either way, whatever I take, I succeed. I got 4 on it, so no
oh,
problem.
perfect.
Sword.
So yeah, the
low,
doorknob
good or bad?
explodes, and this black guy comes in with a machete and a hunting rifle. And he looks scared as balls. But Arthur, you managed not to shoot him. Emmaleth, you said you also don't shoot Hans.
I won't on this
Poor
round
Hans.
because I'm gonna roll that I'm in shock from seeing the door get blown open.
Okay.
I mean, did
I want
to go into another round.
I want this to be
If
like
I go into
Pulp,
another round, I don't know what I'll do.
I want this to be like Pulp Fiction, where you're like, you shot Hans. Why did you shoot Hans?
No, I want to shoot. I was wanting you shot Hans in the background. Yes, you shot.
So yes, Okame has come in. What's this going on here? And he's got the machete like he's getting ready to chop somebody to bits.
I,
Okay, if I yeah, I'm gonna shoot him. Like, I'm sorry, but like, I mean, he's waving his machete around like a maniac. Like, I'm doing the only thing that makes sense for me to do. I'm shooting him. I don't register anything he's saying. He's waving this gun around. I rolled an 87, so I failed.
So you
All right, so
maybe you hit something else.
So wait, are
So
those?
yeah, so I end up shooting, but I end up like shooting the ceiling or something.
Oh God, please don't tell me Hans is going to shoot back.
I'm
think
rolling
he's
for Hans.
I think Hans is too scared.
Hans is literally holding a rifle in one hand and a machete in the other. There's no way he can physically actually.
I mean,
Ed, is he
you never
shooting the way?
know.
Ed, is he shooting the way I shoot?
As soon as
Yeah.
Emmaleth,
Oh God, no.
as soon as Emmaleth's pistol goes off, Hans drops his machete and turns around to try to run out the door.
I sit there. No, Hans, get back in there, and I kick him back. Man up for once. You want to protect people? Get in there.
Hans didn't sign up for this. He was forced to.
So Emmaleth, you like reload and you shoot him in the back now, or what?
No, now that he's being like kicked into the room, yeah, I think I'm gonna shoot for whoever is forcing this guy into my room.
Oh, good thing I'm out of the way. Just to kind of. Do I get like half
sense.
cover? What do I get here?
All right, well,
No, I
well,
don't think you have better than Justin.
before that action triggers, let me ask, what are Dietrich and Samuel doing?
If I hear more gunshots and I see Hans running out,
Do you hold me back just from?
Yeah, Otto's trying to push Hans back into the room. Someone in the room is shooting Hans. What do you do, Dietrich?
I'm probably going to grab Otto and yell, "Nick Sison! Nick Sison!"
Okay.
Which,
Oh,
as soon as I
fuck,
say
it's
that,
the Germans. Boom. This time I rolled a 40.
which
I,
just so everyone's aware, what I said was, "Don't shoot." Don't
I don't
shoot.
know that. I don't
Just-
speak
Of
German.
course.
I speak
No.
English and a little bit of French.
Ed, you just
Yeah.
hear me like kind of whisper, like kind of not like hopefully quiet enough they don't hear, but it's like okay, and we both kind of like jump back.
I rolled a 40, and my firearms is a 41. So I hit something.
Poor Hans.
Before that action triggers, Arthur, what are you doing? Emmaleth has shot and missed. Hans turned around to run. Somebody stopped him. Emmaleth is now zoning in on Hans's back. What do you do?
Since I was standing, I'm gonna move to the side, try to get on one knee behind the bed to have more cover, but I'm not shooting. Not yet.
Okay, so Emmaleth, roll damage against Hans.
Ed, you and me just guns, just like stick our head around the corner and blow the shotguns off, and just kind of.
Oh crap. Okay. Does anyone know how much damage the 38 does? Because I don't have it open right now. I should have had this open.
Not off the top.
38.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me find it.
A D10.
Oh, it does a D10. Great. Okay. Apparently, I didn't write it down for some reason. I don't know. I usually write that. So I'm gonna 8.
All right. You shoot Hans in the back. He's still alive, barely, but he's badly wounded by this. Should we go into initiative, guys, or what? What do you think is going?
No, there's no need for initiative.
Wait. Why not?
Sure.
What's the harm?
Ed, that literally means you and you're just gonna stick the guns on the corners.
Asking how much longer you guys are going to keep shooting each other.
I want to
give it one more round. Give it one more round. After one more round, we'll all roll initiative.
Well, if I hear that second shot going off, I'm yelling, "Stop! Stop!"
Wait. Do we see Hans get hit?
I'm assuming
yeah, Hans, you're trying to push Hans into the room. He's trying to no, stop. It is, and then and you hear the gunshot. And he puts his arm around your neck. He's
You can tough it out, Hans. You can tough it out. You bastard! You shot Hans.
He's like hanging on to you. Maybe you can feel blood on your hand if you.
I can feel like running down my arm. Like,
yeah,
you bastards! You shot
so
Hans.
what do you do, Otto and Dietrich?
In my best
I'm just going to yell, "Stop! Stop!" And
Seize fire! God, you deranged lunatic! You shot Hans!
You shot me!
You tried to break into my hotel room.
I did nothing of the sort.
How is the deranged one here?
Everybody drop your weapons!
No, you drop yours.
Come and get it!
So is this made out of thatch?
And this is how we all die.
Yeah, Otto, you're holding Hans in the doorway.
And and I have my hand out holding Otto.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, if you're stepping in, just like holding your hands up or whatever, then I see it's you. I'll shakily put my hand in,
I'm stepping into the doorway, just rifle above, just shotgun above my head. It's like
Hans is over my shoulder, and the shotgun that I used to preach that they don't fully know I have, they think is Ed's, is in my pocket currently. Just like I'm just kind of having Hans over my shoulder with like one hand up, like no me.
They don't know it was a shotgun. They just know it was a gun.
You've got the Germans in your sights. Do you guys open fire?
Hey, I'm American.
Half American.
Nope,
German
I'm
American.
fully sticking to my guns of I am American. They do not fully know I am German yet. They heard the slight yes agreeing, which means they know I know a little bit, but I'm still trying to do my best American accent.
So, Emmaleth, Samuel, what do you do?
All
Yeah, I mean, like when
if I see Dietrich step inside the hotel room, I'm gonna ease off on the rifle. Oh, it's you.
I said
the
it was
hell?
me before.
Yeah, but you fucking shut the door.
I didn't. He did. And I point to Otto.
I point to Hans.
Okay, so you're the quickie one. Well, I'm not sure you want to get in, guys. It's not pretty in here.
I kind of
I've seen my fair share of horrors. Let's take a look.
You haven't seen shit yet.
I kind of pull
Well,
out
let's
the
see
sawed
it.
off at this point.
And I'm just going
I go,
I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna walk over to Arthur and just look into the doorway.
I do the same
I
thing.
point toward the bathroom like
Yeah, I'm just
your
gonna look inside.
funeral.
I'm going to just shotgun ready and just open the door.
I go in with my fellow German counterpart, or my buddy here. We both go in with like shotguns, kind of look around, just like.
Yeah.
If I see you guys approaching with guns, I'm gonna back up towards the door. I'm not gonna hold my gun up at you, but I'm gonna make it clear I have my gun. I'm like, no guns allowed. Like you're not gonna hurt this thing.
Can we
give me your machete?
Question, Emmaleth. May we hurt it if it hurts us?
If it hurts you.
If it looks at the crook eye, I'm shooting it.
Then I would
Hans,
like to
come in
have
here.
my gun that attacks me, because I don't know what this it is.
Wait, what shape is Hans in? Because we
so
kind of just left him on the floor.
From the door, and you're not going to shoot it. If you shoot it, I will shoot you.
I will only shoot it if it attacks me. I just want to know what it is.
What shape is Hans?
So I'm gonna turn around real quick and look at the thing because I want to see if it's startled or anything with all these gunshots going off.
Before you
Like,
guys
does it
go
look
back,
like it's trying to hide in the water?
before you guys go back into the washroom, let me ask, what do you do with Hans? He's been shot in the back. He's dying.
I'm gonna start trying to stop the bleeding. I got decent first aid.
So how does this thing work? Like,
So do you lay him down on the bed or the couch or what?
I'm gonna lay him on the couch and just try and stop the bleeding.
All right. While he's doing that, I'm going to the main entrance to the room. Check outside just to be sure nobody else is coming, not to have other unwanted visitors.
Well, I'd imagine a lot of people are coming because there have been several gunshots. The doorknob has been blown off. So, yeah, there probably are quite a few people that will be coming. But let's deal with Hans first.
Okay, so I succeeded on my first aid check by 3.
All right. So you stop the bleeding. And he's pretty much stable.
Okay.
He's got a bullet somewhere in his back.
We can get that out later. We need an actual doctor for that.
No, you don't. Trust me. I pull out the knife from my boot. I got this.
So yeah, Dietrich is performing some first aid on Hans on the couch. Arthur, you're looking at the front door, and it's like the doorknob is gone. You're sure people will be coming to investigate this.
Oh god!
But as the two of you are doing that, the Otto and Emmaleth might like look and peek into the bathroom, and you actually see that the bathtub is empty, other than some slime. And there's a slime trail coming out of the bathtub and just up to the windowsill, and the window is open, and the creature is gone.
That's not our problem anymore.
I shot back. Guys, it kind of escaped. I think we should get out of here now.
So, wait, what is it?
I don't know what it is. All I know is there's a slime trail going out the window.
Lieutenant, what is it?
You scared it away.
I will scare
It
you
was
away.
Alright.
doing just fine.
It is a squid boy.
You guys can make spot hidden tests if you're looking out the window to try to see where it may have gone to.
Sure, I quickly
Yeah,
do that.
I'm looking the other way,
Oh.
so I will.
Because a
Yeah.
squid boy
So, question:
English
what's
is not that
considered?
good. Is this something common?
Squid and boy. Like tentacles for legs.
I'm
That's
gonna,
what I
I'm
said.
not
You
gonna-
haven't seen shit yet.
Question
I'm
for this.
not gonna.
I was
I'm not
going to
gonna
assume
take
that
time to look out
they're
the
all
window.
crazy.
I'm gonna run. Sorry.
So, for the
I'm not gonna take time to look out the window. I'm gonna run out of the bungalow and like around and like start trying to search for it, like actually outside. And I'm gonna be like, come here, thing.
Come to mommy.
What were you
I
saying,
want more
Justin?
water, I promise.
well, how do I perform? Like, so you guys have been talking about roll. I'm kind of confused. So, what's considered like my spot hidden test? It's a
On your
25.
on your character sheet, one of the categories is spot hidden.
Yes, I see that. There's a 25%
So-
chance. There's a 5 and a 12. What do those two numbers mean?
12 is half, 5 is a quarter.
So if I
Oh yeah.
did
That's
below
your half in your fifth value. If you roll below half, that's a hard success. If you roll below your extreme, that your fifth value, that's an extreme success. Like a regular success just means you succeed. A hard success is usually like you succeed and something good happens, and then like an extreme is like you succeeded extremely well.
so as long as I get below the 25, it's a
Yes.
give it, and I roll the d10s for
So
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how this works.
Once I stabilize Hans, I'm going to join Arthur at the door. I just look out.
How are my d10s at?
Well, we have Emmaleth that is running out to try to find it. So she passed
Well,
by
just
us.
I got a 20.
Auto can spot where it went. So that's 20. So that's a success.
Okay.
So
What-
Otto, as you're looking out the window, then on that successful spot hidden test, you can see that there's like a slime trail leading from the bungalow into the jungle. And you think that you see some shadowy, slithering mass moving into the bushes, of the jungle. So you think you kind of saw it, but again, the sun is going down. It's very dark under the jungle canopy, so you're not exactly sure what you saw. But there's something that just slithered and oozed into the underbrush over there.
I reply back to the rest of the party that can still hear me. Cough, cough. Crazy lady walks out. It went into the jungle. There's no hope for it now.
Okay. From the door, do Arthur and I see anyone approaching the bungalow?
Yeah, as Emmaleth is running out, see a whole bunch of the guards and the guests and staff. Most of them are armed, and they're coming as a group to investigate all of the shooting.
Okay.
They're still about 100 feet away. They're being very cautious as they're approaching, but they can see you.
I'm going to step out. We were attacked. He went towards the docks.
Why the
Make-
docks?
Make a persuasion, or what would that be?
That'd be
I think that'd be
persuasion.
deception.
Well, actually, I could be persuading because just persuading. them
Right,
to
there's no
get-
deception. Yeah.
I'll go persuade. If anything, I can aid you on
Yeah.
that.
I'm just going to persuade him.
Yep.
With my,
Okay.
10.
Whatever you prefer.
No, Ed, let me aid you.
I am not persuasive at all.
I'm aiding you, so
I don't think you can aid in this game.
can I? Oh, maybe.
Nope, that's a 94.
I try. I try right
You
after.
can-
And you're covered in blood from treating Hans, and you're like, I went that way. Blood-soaked motherfucker.
I immediately go out there and go,
I
calm.
did say we were attacked, so it makes sense that there'd be some blood.
I also tried to dissuade directly after. I got a 20, and my success rate's at 45.
Why didn't I have you talk to begin with?
Well, because you were the one that ran out.
They don't believe Dietrich, but they do believe Otto.
And I tell him to go to the jungle.
You can aid them.
Great.
You can.
What now?
All right. Yeah. Crystal and Samuel, what are you guys doing?
I just want to say real quick, you can help someone. Helping someone, it gives whoever has the better skill an advantage die, which is an extra 10s die. And whichever.
Good to know.
So what's Emmaleth doing? Is she trying to run into the jungle before the mob even gets there?
Did I see it go into the jungle? Because I ran around the bungalow. Do I need to do a spot hidden?
Yeah, go ahead, make a spot hidden. And if you fail that, then you still heard Otto say where it went, but you didn't see it visually. You'll be a little delayed.
Okay. I'm in a 26, so I do manage to see it.
Yeah, you've even got a head start then over what you would have had. So yeah, you're already kind of around the corner as the mob is arriving. You see something slithering and moving in the underbrush. You think it's your little slime baby.
I feel so sorry for you.
So what do you do?
I'm gonna running after it, and I have a sausage in my hand, and I'm like, I got your sausage.
My wurst, my bratwurst.
I'm running after her.
I'm
not leaving her. Letting her go into the jungle.
I told him out. Crap! I grab Hans's gun and I fire in the other direction of town and go, they need help over there, trying to like shout to the mob so I don't get my own teammates killed.
I'm gonna step out. We saw him run to the. I thought he ran to the dog. Apparently, he ran to the jungle, but he may have come back out and gone somewhere else. Spread out and find this man.
All right. So Emmaleth and Arthur, you're running into the jungle. Dietrich, you've now changed your story, and you're saying it's not the dogs.
No. I said I thought he ran to the docks, but apparently he went to the jungle. He may have
Dietrich is changing his story.
And then he may have come back out, spread out, and find him.
And
more so admitting I'm wrong and agreeing with Otto.
But Otto, you said you're also changing your story, and now it's not the jungle, it's the other way.
Well,
we're gonna get ourselves killed by the angry mob.
You know what? Here's what I do. I play along that. I go, tell them spread out. There's only one way of escaping is towards the docks. Otherwise, you can go in the jungle and die. If you go to the jungle, you will also die. Pick your poison.
Right. So Dietrich and Otto make deception or persuasion tests.
I'll do persuasion.
Okay.
I'm better persuasion.
I'm terrible at persuading people.
Well,
I'm just gonna aid Justin because he's got the much better score. So what does that do for him?
Make separate tests because you guys disagree.
Oh no!
I made a 9.
7.
Excellent. So they're now really confused because they believe both of you, but you're saying different things.
I turn to Dietrich to go, Dietrich, we have to come up with something. We quick huddle and create a plan.
Oh, like that doesn't look suspicious at all.
Shut up. We hop back into the bungalow.
While you guys are like approaching the mob, you're giving them all these contradictory directions, and the resort administrator is coming out of the crowd. Let me just grab his name real quick because I can't remember what it is. Rodney Thompson is coming out of the crowd. He's about to open his mouth to talk, And then Okame staggers out of the bungalow covered in blood. It's like, "You crazy white people shot me, sir!" And he falls down the stairs of the bungalow.
I immediately take the Thompson, just kind of flip back the trench coat, and just kind of open up on them.
On who?
The
You
crowd.
don't shoot anyone.
So you are opening fire on the crowd.
Okay, not yet, but like I'm kind of like looking at like kind of as my turn. I kind of show you like, do I? And it's up to you now.
9.
But
English, do you speak it?
No.
But as they see Okame, they kind of think you guys are just a little shell-shocked and confused. They're more worried about Okame at this point, and they go to try to help him. So they're fairly disarmed, but after a moment, you're not sure where they're going to go. But right now, they're trying to grab Okame and make sure he's okay.
I grab Okame's rifle.
In that case, as
How many
the
rifles do you need?
I want to be a walking arsenal. You should have missed it. I wanted a BAR with me, but I was told no. I should have a BAR.
you want a Lewis gun, and before that, it was a Maxim. We've slowly kept downgrading.
But anyway, the crowd is kind of occupied for a moment, so you guys have a moment to act if you want to try to sneak away, or you could wait and try to direct them.
I'm gonna turn to him. Let's get out of here.
Yep.
I'm gonna start booking it for the jungle.
Yep, I do the same. I just whisper as we're booking it. We should totally just loop around back to the docks.
Why?
So we can get on like some sort of ship or something. I don't know. I don't want to be stuck on an island.
Wait, that's actually my plan. But they have my sausages.
We can get you more. You're from Germany. We'll pick it up on the way or something. I don't know.
Okay, so our 4 party
I'm
members.
conflicted. Save my own life or help these people who I met who tried to kill me.
F the people. To save yourself. The war didn't treat you very well.
So
I'm gonna keep running into the jungle after Arthur.
Our party members are running into the jungle as the sun is going down in pursuit of this strange alien creature that Emmaleth has birthed in the bathtub.
Oh God.
Also, I know that. Also, I probably would know that we still have a couple hours before the boat even gets to the dock to pick us up. So, if we go there, we're just gonna be waiting for a few hours where the mob comes and hunts us down.
So, do we want to take? Do we want to take a brief intermission, guys? We'll have a bathroom break, grab a drink, and we'll come back with the conclusion. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Sounds good by me. Ed, I almost committed the Valentine massacre, but I'm Papua New Guinea.
I open fire on the crowd. That's
if
your
you
catchphrase.
had, I would have put 2 12-gauge rounds straight into your head.
You're part of the crowd.
I think I would have killed you first. That's like, I think combined, that's like 8d6 of damage.
I don't know. That moment when you're just playing your Nintendo waiting to do stuff.
would be going so much better for you if she had never added that water to the statue.
Oh, it would.
It's great. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
But hey, I thought I had that idea like about a little bit after the session. That thing's like a fish statue. Why haven't we tried adding water to it?
Because I didn't know about it, but I spent the last 2 weeks just thinking, how can I convince them not to kill me as soon as we got on the boat?
Yeah.
Because as soon as we get on the boat, you guys have like no reason to keep me alive.
No, we have no reason to kill you either.
I mean, that's what I was hoping for.
No, we have a reason. He's German.
But hey, I have no reason to kill you, and one more gun. And now we have the mobster as well.
Yeah, trigger happy.
So we are just packing.
Why do you need so many guns? Why don't you need so many guns?
Hey Justin, you can use the same excuse as Emmaleth.
I
I'm
know.
American.
I'm American.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's the right to bear arms.
yeah, that was the best part last week. You guys are all armed to the teeth. I used to be a soldier. I came here to hunt. I'm an American.
And the American has the fewest guns of all of us.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Cough, cough. Now,
All
wait.
right.
By the way, I did mention I grabbed Han's rifle. Do I have
Yes.
that?
You
I think you have 3 rifles now.
I have Han's rifle, which I have to add.
the Thompson
I have the Thompson, the 45,
Shotgun.
and the sawed-off.
and brass knuckles and a knife.
Oh yeah, the brass knuckles and the knife in the boot.
I don't know how you're carrying so many long arms.
Well, it's simple. The sawed-off is just kind of in a special holster. The Thompson's kind of slung underneath, kind of tight. And then the only one that actually looks more like a long arm is that rifle that's just over my shoulder.
I've got both of mine on slings.
Not gonna. Well, that one's on a sling. Well, it might be on a sling. Either way, I'm probably gonna break it and use it for firewood.
Yeah,
This is-
I mean, your other guns are much superior. That's true.
I just want
Well-
something I can reach out and kind of touch him with.
I'm just thinking this thing can't have that much health. We can probably kill it easily.
Sure. That is something you can do.
You should
Hey, Emmaleth.
never think that about a Call of Cthulhu creature. Ever.
I would think that if we have a shotgun, a rifle, and a submachine gun all opening fire at once, I think we can
I
at
don't
least...
care what you have. This is Call of Cthulhu, not Dungeons and Dragons.
Well,
Emmaleth, I think we need to add a new gun to your division.
What?
Want the bolt action?
No,
I grabbed from Hans.
I've got an 8mm rifle.
Nope, not you. The other American.
Oh.
She's kind of lacking.
She's in the, we can't hear you right now. She's in the jungle.
Yeah, so you got a head start.
Well, out
But,
of character. Do you want a new rifle?
Even if we can't kill it,
I probably will take it when I get back.
even if we can't kill it, my hope is we just
Maybe.
injure it enough so
Or
we
it
can
dies in
run
the
away.
wild? Oh,
I mean, Emmaleth has a more scientific mindset. She does not want to harm this thing. She doesn't want to kill it. If possible, she wants to preserve it for science.
it's getting harmed.
It's like you find the baby seal in the Arctic and you just
club it.
to death, and then the giant mama dire seal shows up, and you're like, oh yeah, we could kill it, and then the mama shows up, you're like, but we shouldn't have.
No, we
Exactly.
club the baby. We get the fur coat. We kill the mama. Sell the fat for oil.
Good luck with that.
Here, how do I change my lovely profile picture for this?
I don't
I
know.
don't know how I'm even gonna do this.
But we'll come back to our daring heroes. Emmaleth, Louise Chambers, and Arthur Belmont are rushing into the twilight jungle of Papua New Guinea in pursuit of this cephalopodic toddler that has wandered away from them, fled from the gun battle they had with their own hireling. got to shoot our own hireling. Don't want to pay that man.
Pretty much.
Except for so the jungle is quite dense, humid. It's hot. It's full of mosquitoes. You could hear the monkeys. You could hear the big lizards. You could see some like boa constrictors slithering around. I'll get you to make spot hidden tests to follow this slime trail. It's not very difficult.
Yeah, I have track as well, so I'll take best. Well, spot hidden. I succeed. 15 on say on 65.
17. I'm pretty sure 17 succeeds. Yeah, I have a 35. So that's near a. It's near a hard success. 1 point away from being. You know what? I'll spend a point of luck, and now.
All right. It's not a very difficult trail to follow, but you're both able to see it very clearly, despite the setting of the sun, the darkness that's coming over the jungle. You see that glistening slime trail. You're perhaps a bit surprised at how fast this thing must have been able to move, because you follow the trail for several hundred yards, and sometimes you think you can see it ahead of you, and you're rushing, and oh no, it turned out to be a lizard, and a lizard is like licking up the slime, and you're like, oh, don't do that, lizard. You don't know where that's been. But you keep going, and eventually you spot something ahead. I think there's a clearing, and there's something inside the clearing. The sun is pretty much set by now, but this clearing seems to be illuminated by the moonlight. It's brighter than the rest of the jungle. You've been walking through. Actually, it got very dark very fast as the sun has gone down. But you feel fairly safe. You have firearms, and there's not a lot of really big animals in Papua New Guinea that are dangerous to people.
Cassowary.
So the cassowary. So you guys are approaching this clearing. Something is in the clearing. How do you approach? Do you slow down and stop and you're stealthy, or do you sprint into this clearing?
Oh, I slow down.
I'm not gonna sprint into it, but as I kind of get to the clearing and I'm sort of out of breath, I'll just like look around slowly, and I'm gonna slowly pull out the sausage and kind of wave it.
Be careful there.
And I'm gonna talk in a soft voice, and I'm gonna be like, I'm so sorry we scared you. I tried hard to to keep you safe. I didn't mean to startle you. If you can understand me, maybe I have a gift for you. Wave that sausage, and I'm hoping it can understand me, because at this point it just wouldn't surprise me anymore if it could. But if it can't, hopefully at least come down and take the sausage. Right. Maybe it'll recognize me as mother.
English, do you speak it?
You know that this area of Papua New Guinea has a lot of ruins around it. And that's, in fact, why you came here. You're anthropologists, you're archaeologists. That's why you're here. So you're not very surprised as you see that this clearing does seem to have some ruins in it. And it looks like there's these two statues flanking a pool of fetid, slimy water. And these statues are somewhat humanoid. They're more frog-like, but they have these deep sea fish heads. They're these frog fish man hybrid statues. And they're actually larger than a normal man would be. The statues themselves are like 8 feet tall. And as I said, they're flanking this pool of fetid water, this slimy green, oozy looking water. And on the far side of this pool, there's a stone altar with a bas relief carved into the front. It looks like a winged octopus with glaring eyes carved into the front of this altar. So the moonlight is coming down on this scene, and you can see your slime baby just crawling across the clearing, and it's making a beeline towards that pool of fetid water. You can see that he seems to have been drawn to this location, and you can't help but wonder, why was Edgar Gregory bringing this altar to this location in Papua New Guinea? And this thing has come out of that altar, and these statues, this clearing, it looks somewhat similar, which is most strange because that altar you had guessed was from Mesopotamia on the other side of the world, and yet here we have a similar style. But regardless of all that, what do? Do you go to intercept the creature before it reaches that water pool?
No. I'm gonna let let it kind of take its own action. I want to see what happens at this point.
And Arthur,
me
how many times
me
do
too.
you climb, baby?
Yeah, I stop as well and take a more defensive position and kneel down and look what's happening just to be sure I'm ready if something happens.
All right, so you allow it then to crawl forward, and it just slides down into the murky waters of that pool. There's no discernible effect to this. You're just standing there looking, and the pool ripples a bit as the creature goes in, and then the water resumes being still and stagnant. It's probably at that time that Otto and Dietrich arrive, as they've been following you through. So Otto and Dietrich, you come upon Arthur and Emmaleth standing at the edge of this clearing. You see the two 8-foot statues. You see this pool of water. You see this strange stone altar on the far side. What do you two do?
First off, Brian, your mic's muted.
Thank you. I'm gonna stay kind of just inside the jungle on the edge of the clearing. Take a kneeling position. Set the shotgun down. Bring up the rifle and just take aim and just wait and see what happens.
I proceed to take the rifle I just inquired. I kneel down and just kind of take aim as well, and just kind of. Well, let's see. Do I take the shot and get the lady angry at me?
I'm going to turn to Otto. Wait for my signal.
And remember, you two Germans have not seen this creature yet.
No, this is the first time we're seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm just aiming for the thing that doesn't look like it's
supposed to.
Like it's supposed to be there.
I just
It's
nod
supposed
my.
to look like
I
a
can't.
squid boy, so it does look
What
like
is
a
a squid boy?
Question for Justin and I. Do we have enough of a view of it that we need to make the sanity checks?
You haven't seen it yet. You just see Emmaleth and Arthur at the edge of the clearing. They're looking into this pool of water flanked by an altar and two big statues, and you don't know what they're doing there.
I'm going to...
Oh, God.
I'm going to take aim at Arthur. I'm going to aim for Arthur.
I'll aim at the female. Actually, no, she's not even a threat. I aim at Arthur as well.
For all we know, you're the guy, you're behind all this.
For all we know, you're the only one that's actually accurate with a rifle.
Yeah, that too.
I'm the only one who hasn't shot anything yet.
Neither have I.
It's funny because I killed the guy that I shot with a rifle.
Yep.
So Arthur, Emmaleth, your German friends have arrived.
Oh no,
frenemies.
Oh no,
So
we are staying out. We are staying out of sight.
It's the we can see you, but you can't see us moment.
Yeah,
Well,
we want to stay out of sight.
Let's make stealth tests against each other then,
Okay.
if that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm not
That
even
is
going to
a-
try because I'm not even paying attention.
That is
While you guys are doing your stealth checks or whatever, I'm going to approach the altar and place that sausage on it.
Yeah, well, since I'm expecting something to happen, I'm gonna try to. Would it be a spot hidden, a listen check?
I got a 2.
Nice.
We're both stealthy.
How
So
do
what
I
was
do?
that, Samuel?
How do I do the opposed check?
Well, they rolled so well. I don't know if it really much matters
Okay.
because we got a 2, and then Edward, what did you roll?
Five.
Yeah, 5. I would just let it go.
You'd have to do a
Yeah, fine.
you'd have to do
Let's say most of my
it.
attention is toward the altar.
What's your spot hidden?
65. That's
If you
my
make an
total.
extreme spot hidden, they made an extreme success on their stealth. So if you made an extreme success on your spot hidden, you would see them.
I didn't have extreme. I just had the hard one away from extreme.
Never mind.
Hard.
Never mind. I don't
Yeah.
see shit.
So,
That's
Emmaleth,
my hand.
are you going to approach the altar by walking through the pool or by walking around the statue and then approach it from the dry side?
No, I don't want to go into the pool because I'm afraid that the creature won't recognize me and will attack me. I mean, I know it eats meat, so I'm not going to be stupid and put my way in danger. I'll go around the safe side and I'll put the sausage on the statue and step back and patiently wait to see what happens.
Yeah, I follow her, but like not right beside her. Maybe a few steps back. Just to
All right.
cover her.
Make spot hidden test as you're approaching the altar.
Success.
Emmaleth?
Oh, do I need? Oh, okay. I need to do a spot hidden as well. I'm sorry. 1 extreme success. I mean,
So-
critical success. So I think something good happens on top of it.
Uh,
I don't
Sure,
remember if
so-
there's
well, maybe
critical failure. There's a critical success roll.
maybe you spot the Germans in that case. But you both spot as you're approaching the altar. First of all, it's very obvious this altar is has got a lot of like old stains on top of it. Some of them don't even seem that old. You're suspicious that the stone has been stained with blood, and perhaps recently. But anyone could probably notice that. Moreover, as you're now looking down into the pool, you could see the creature looking up out of the still water at you. You could see it through the murky water, looking up at the altar and then up at you. So it's definitely still down there, and it's just kind of chilling out in this little pool of water.
It will be bigger.
It doesn't appear to have grown yet.
Nope.
But
Yep. Yep.
you said, Emmaleth, you're gonna like put the sausage on the altar.
Yeah, as I'm walking to the altar, though, I see this like strange archaic Cthulhu symbol, and for just a moment, I have this like out of body experience where I see like 4 or 5 people sitting around in different parts of the world, all communicating with each other, events that are happening at the moment that all them to us. And it's like for a moment, I realize that this is all a dream. And then all of a sudden, I just kind of like wake up from it, like, what the fuck? And then I look down the water and go, there it is. And I have the little sausage in my hand still. Rather than set it on the altar, I'll go ahead and just like dump it into the water. Like I'm not gonna like reach my hand down. I'll just kind of like like hold my hand over the water and just drop it, like
Yep.
or hold it way over.
So for Dietrich and Otto, you see Emmaleth and Arthur walk up to this altar, and Emmaleth like gazes down into the water and drops a sausage in, and then the water starts thrashing, and you see these tentacles thrashing around in the water. What do the two hidden Germans do?
Oh
Squid.
yeah.
So
Good
he's not.
boy.
So he may not have been crazy after all.
Can I
You
turn
can
to
make
him?
a test if you want.
What?
You haven't
Can I turn to him? Let's just
yet.
head to the
Which
boat.
test? What test did you say?
Sanity test if you want. You haven't seen anything beyond tentacles yet.
Nope.
Hey,
I mean,
hey, let's just go to the boat.
the boat won't. What? No one's allowed to leave the resort. What boat are you talking about?
Well, there's gotta be something out there, a canoe or something.
Well, Dietrich, I think they let you in on their plan for the
Yeah,
skiff.
They did.
Okay, so you're just
Last
lying to
time.
Otto. Fuck
Yeah.
you, Otto.
I'm just gonna
Sure,
think.
like, something.
What time is it? Roughly, just after sunset.
The sun just set, so what, like 8 p.m.? Does that sound approximately right?
Okay. How about this, Otto? Just sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Okay, so I was going to talk in. We're just going to communicate for the rest of this in German, just because that's going to be easier for for my character. We wait here and watch for a little longer, so see what happens. Then we go back to my bungalow. At midnight, there was a boat coming to the docks. We will get on that boat and we will get out of here.
Okay.
We watch to see what happens a little longer, and then we
Okay.
leave.
I can do that.
Let's do that. So we're just going to sit and watch for a little longer.
All right. So the creature eats the sausage, and then it just kind of goes back to lounging in this pool. So Emmaleth, Arthur, what do you guys do? It seems very content to just kind of chill out down there.
I don't plan on doing much. It's mostly Emmaleth's baby, so
When Emmaleth sees this thing, she's gonna run over to Arthur, and she just sees it eating stuff, and she's Arthur, I will pay you $5,000 to go hunt me a large creature right now.
want me to hunt something at night like that? And some more gunshots gonna attract more people. I don't think that's a good idea.
Set up traps or something. We've got to feed this thing. I don't think things are just going to come wandering into the middle of this pool.
Yeah. Maybe I can grab something from the kitchen though.
All right. Yeah, I'm a blank check. Just when we get back to the States or whatever, you can write whatever number you want on me.
Yeah. You have a weapon?
Yeah.
Keep it in hand. Never know.
I plan to. And I'm sort of slightly ignoring you as I'm watching the bottom of the pool there.
I reluctantly move back toward the resort to get some food.
Is Arthur the only one who's leaving?
For now.
Okay. So Arthur, as you're heading back towards the resort through the jungle to get some lunch for the squid baby, you actually stop. You think you hear something ahead of you from the resort. It sounds like screams, and then some gunshots ring out from that direction as well.
I immediately turn to my fellow leader and go, "What do we do?" Like, kind of whisper so Arthur can't hear us, but let's like, do we go back and help or do we stay here?
It sounds like a lot of gunshots. Like there's a huge gun battle going on. And Arthur, you're closer, so you can hear voices, shouts, screams. It sounds like something really bad is going on back at the first resort.
Okay.
I think right now this is the safer place to be.
Okay.
Because there's not gunfire right here.
I open
And
the
if
flask and
taught
take a
me
quick
anything,
swig.
it's you stay far away from gunfire.
I open up the flask
What-
and take a quick swig and just kind of go back to.
So Arthur, what do you do?
I look toward the resort, then I look back toward Emmaleth. I turn around and go back to Emmaleth. I'm not going to the resort to inform her
All right.
that there seems to be something wrong at the resort. I'm not leaving her here alone.
She's not alone.
I don't know that.
So as you turn around, you're trekking back a little bit. You could hear the gunfire kind of start to die off. The screams. At first, the screams intensify, and then they start to die off too. And just as you're kind of approaching the edge of the clearing where other players are, you hear something moving through the brush behind you. Something is coming, like running or moving at a high speed from the direction of the resort towards this general area.
Okay, I'm
So-
gonna try to move to the side, hide behind a tree, shoulder my weapon, and just be ready to shoot if it's someone seems aggressive or anything.
Otto.
All right.
Yeah.
Watch that. Watch where the noise is coming from. Make sure we don't get attacked.
How fast is it approaching?
I got a
About
one.
the speed of a running person.
Just keep an eye on it. See what happens.
Hand me your shotgun.
You
Hey,
have
David?
your own.
It's only
I
good for
have
10
three
yards.
of them.
Then use the Thompson.
Fine. You kind of, as quietly as possible, kind of rack around into the Thompson.
Right.
Hey, David.
Yep.
I just want to say that Emmaleth has like put her gun down like near one of these statues or something, and
Okay.
she's currently stepping out into the field. If she can hear those pops of fire and stuff, she slowly steps out into the field with her hands up, and then she's slowly going to get on her knees and have her hands up. If something, because she's expecting that these people, maybe they're good, but at this point she's hoping because she just wants to learn more. That's all she wants now.
All right. Yeah, it's quite a distance away, though, are the gunshots. Are back at the resort, you believe. Arthur, make a stealth test if you're trying to conceal yourself.
I rolled a 1.
Perfect.
So I'm Batman.
All you soldier boys are concealed in the brush. And you can see, well, first you hear something or someone is moving through the brush, making a lot of noise, moving pretty fast.
This
and then
is when Hans dies.
And then you start to see that you think that it's a person, and as the person gets closer, you can see it looks like a girl. She's wearing like a white dress. It's all soaked in blood and torn. She's lost her shoes. Her hair is all bedraggled. She has like a bob cut. She's very pale. Arthur, you recognize her immediately. It's Ann Cooper, Edgar Gregory's associate.
Yeah, I recognize her as well.
Yeah.
Yes. So she's running through the brush. She's all cut up from vines and thorns, and her feet are all bloodied, and she looks panicked. And she's just running through. She doesn't see any of you soldier boys.
Okay.
She's heading towards.
Yeah. Does she seem to be running away from the wizard, or does she seem to be running towards us?
She's
Is she,
definitely
like,
running away
from something?
Yes, she looks panicked and afraid, and she seems to be running towards the clearing. However,
Okay, does she
so do you
pass?
guys take it? Do you
Um,
guys take any action, or do you let her run in there and bump into Emmaleth?
does she
Otto,
pass-
grab her.
You kind of see me reach from the bushes, pull her in, and kind of
Yeah.
cover her mouth.
So
Now I see two Germans.
You see
Well,
eight
yeah,
of them.
make-
Grab him to the second.
make a spot hidden test to recognize Otto, because it's
No.
dark. All you see is this humanoid figure break out of the bushes and run towards her to intercept her.
No,
That's
wait.
a hard
Where am I in
that's a hard
comparison?
success.
Because I thought she was like on the path, and I just kind of reached in and grabbed her like Assassin's Creed and pulled her
that's
in.
what I thought was happening. If she's
Well,
far away, I'm letting her run.
Yeah, if she's far away,
Yeah,
we're
she's
going.
not
Oh.
running within grabbing distance of any
Oh,
of
then
them.
no, I don't
Then
do
we're not-
anything.
Then I'm not moving.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I thought it would be like Assassin's Creed, where just kind of reach over,
Yeah.
and pull her in.
No.
No.
Definitely
Unfortunately not.
That'd be cool though.
Okay. So do you guys let her run into the clearing then, or
Well,
what do you do?
Does she pass close to me, or she?
Not within grabbing distance. You could break cover and sprint over to intercept her if you wanted to.
Oh, of course I will. I'm not letting that thing get close to Emmaleth.
Okay.
How
So
dare you call it a thing?
Germans, you see Arthur come out of his cover. You saw him go into the cover, so you knew where he was. He sprints over to intercept Anne. Anne, of course, sees you coming, Arthur, and she stops. She's afraid at first, and then she kind of recognizes you, at least as something she's less afraid of than whatever she was running from. Oh, help me! You've got to help me! And she's like almost in tears, and she starts running towards you, like she's going to like fall into your arms and
All right,
faint or something.
I raise my weapon.
I blow her away.
Stop there. Why would you be running away from the resort?
And she stops and she looks back over her shoulder, and then she looks at you. Things came out of the water. They're killing everyone. We've got to get out of here.
Do we hear this?
Yeah, you can hear everything that they're saying to each other. Yes.
I'm just going to listen for a little bit longer.
I just kind of whisper to you, so much for a boat.
What kind of things?
Make a psychology test, Arthur.
Bad
Actually,
things.
you Germans can as well.
Success.
Okay, where's my psych?
Failed.
I have to like look for P's now. God, this is an alphabet.
Third column, bottom.
Oh no, there's no wait. Okay,
I think you have a better one than I do.
Yeah, but it's only 10%, so we're gonna see what I get.
No, that's what I got. I thought you put more points in.
No. Wait, did I?
Right.
No, that's persuade, psych, pilot. I swore I put more in.
Whatever.
Oh well, but I
Alright,
got a.
so-
Oh, I just barely got it. It's a 9. I got a 9.
Perfect. So Anne is like, I don't know what they are. They're like fish men, and they're eating people and tearing them apart. But you could all tell that she's lying. She knows a lot more than she's saying. She's saying she doesn't know what they are. There's some kind of fish men, but you really get the feeling that she knows exactly what these things are.
All right, cut the crap. What the hell are they? I know you know more because Gregory knew more as well. If you
Her
don't start
eyes-
telling the truth, I'm gonna put your third eye on your front. On your front.
I'm gonna
Her eyes.
At this point, I'm gonna stand up with mine, and with my gun, I'm just gonna say, and I'll put 2 in the back.
I'd stand up as well. Well, we might as well just cut it down the middle.
All right. Arthur, what's your reaction to the Germans jumping out of the bushes?
I'm a little bit
I don't know.
surprised, but I keep my attention on her because I'm not that surprised that they followed
Yeah.
us.
I'm
I
not
did not
German. I'm
know that they were
American.
there, but I'm not surprised they were following us.
And hiding.
I
I
like
mean,
to
we're all
classify.
Germans.
I'm
Yeah.
American. Thank you very much.
Dirty Germans.
American. I haven't broken my accent yet.
He actually hasn't.
Can I hear all of the stuff that's going on?
You might be able to hear voices in the jungle, but you can't hear the specifics of what's going on. No.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to make sure. Then I'm gonna stay
Okay.
there with my hands up, and I'll start talking both in English and in the best French I can muster in peace. I just want to learn stuff like that.
All right. So Anne's eyes go wide as you mention Edgar's name, and she kind of nods her head, and she kind of connects the dots in her mind and realizes who you must be. And she's someone's awoken the spawn. It called out for them, and they've come to claim it.
Oh,
We
fuck.
have to get out of here.
I just look at Arthur. Was that the slime thing that came out the window?
And the tentacles in the pool.
I turned toward the two German guys.
Well, he's American.
I'm American.
Yeah, whatever.
I haven't broken my accent yet.
His name's this is named after the famous German.
Yeah.
So I turn toward them and I say, keep an eye on her. I'm going to get Emmaleth and we get the fuck out of here.
Works for me.
As you guys mention, the thing, Anne glares at you and she's like, "It was you,
No,
you idiots!"
not me. Her, and I point towards Emmaleth.
We all point toward her.
It was her.
Yeah,
That's
We had
her
nothing-
fault.
I don't think you can quite see Emmaleth from where you are, but yeah, you all point in that direction at least. And Anne seems terrified and frustrated and angry all at the same time.
So
I swap for the 9 for the 45. Can I just put her out right here?
she might be useful in as bait or distraction.
So we're doing World War I tactics. We throw a man in no man's land, just see which one gets hit by the sniper first.
No. We sent her running and hope the first man says her.
She
getting
seems
Also,
she's very.
I'm gonna make that sound check at the mention because fisherman. Yeah, no.
All right.
That is a 5.
You're very sane.
Apparently, I'm taking this all fairly well.
Anne seems extremely indignant that you're talking about her as if she's not even there. and she's,
We're talking
where
in German,
is it?
by the way. Otto and I were talking in German.
Oh,
I-
well,
I'm running
she
back toward
seems
Emmaleth.
indignant that you're speaking German then. Because she's also American. Where is it? Where's the spawn? Do you have it?
It's. I just tell her.
She
Should I just tell her it's in the pool? Just like pool.
Ultra
She looks at
statues.
she looks at you, Arthur, and it's like, take me to it. I might be able to use it to control them.
Let's go,
Fuck
all of
no.
us. I think we go.
It's our only chance.
Look at it this way. If she's lying, we kill her.
No,
I'm
you
down
stay
for some
here,
killing.
you check her, you make sure she doesn't do anything. I get Emmaleth and we get the fuck out of their way.
So are we using her as bait or no?
9.
She can be a
Okay.
meat shield for the moment. I start running
So
toward
Arthur
Emmaleth.
heads to the clearing.
Yeah.
Anne will turn to the two, the one German and the one American, and she starts telling you, "There's no way to escape them. You have to parlay. Give me the creature. Take me to it. I can speak to them.
I turn to Ed. Can I just knock her out? Just in German. Can I just knock her out, please?
Not yet.
Oh my god. So bitchy though, just like that damn hunting guide. I turned. Did the hunting guide? What's the hunting guy's name? Did Hans die?
Hans.
I turned to her. Did Hans die? Is Hans
Everyone
dead?
back there is dead.
You see me turn?
I don't have to pay him.
you see me turn?
I was going to pay him 10,000 marks, which is like which the equivalent in 1920 is like $1.
Yeah.
You just see me turn? Yes.
Brutal. So Arthur, you come back into the clearing with Emmaleth.
Yep.
What do you guys... Emmaleth, what's your reaction? Arthur, what do you say to her?
All right. We have to leave now. Some things are coming for this. And you don't want to be there.
What things? What do you mean? Is it these things? And she points at the statue. Be its parents. These things might be what built this place. They may be the only ones that have answers.
They might have answers, but they don't want to give it to you. I can tell you that. Everybody's dead at the resort, it seems. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I'll take my chances. No, I'll take my chances. And I will be as humble as I can be. And if I die, then at least I sought truth doing it. I can't live not knowing.
No, you don't want to do that. Trust me. I've met weird things before. You don't want to.
Just knock her out and drag her along.
I'm indignant. I'm gonna say I've got to know the truth. Because it's like this is all a dream.
Yeah, but it's not. I can tell you that. Now, come on. We get the fuck out. Now. I'll try to persuade her.
What am I going back to? It's going to be very hard. Disadvantage.
How do I do disadvantage again?
What am I going back to? Just like going around from town to town, gathering tiny bits and pieces of what might be, but never having the whole picture or having a chance to know something more.
Okay, tell me this then.
What
would it be worth knowing if you're dead?
Nothing. But what would it be not worth? What would it not be worth if I were
You
dead?
would be better off to go around gathering more information, even if it's just little parts of it, and still live to piece it out. At
this point,
piece them out all together. Damn, I have problems saying that.
A few days ago, I wouldn't have questioned you. I would have gratefully, grasped your hand and we would have ran out of this jungle together. But that was when I didn't know what death. I believed there was nothing. And now I feel there's infinite possibilities. If death is what is for me, then I want to die seeking the truth.
Okay.
All right. So let's cut back.
You can take my 38 and leave me here to die or to.
Yeah, David said we're cutting down.
Yeah, let's cut back to Otto and Dietrich.
Let me think of something.
You're standing there with the guns
and drag her out.
Pointed at Anne. But as you're standing there and you're waiting for Arthur and Emmaleth to come back, you start to hear rustling in the bushes from the direction of the resort. And it's getting louder and louder and closer and closer. It's sounding like an entire army is marching from the ocean, from the resort, through the jungle towards you.
So,
Ed, I say we grab Anne and slowly back up into the opening and meet up with all of them.
I'm thinking we go kind of off to the side of wherever they're going, so hopefully they go past us.
Well, how are they coming? Because he made it sound like it was an entire, like, surrounding us, the entire...
Yeah, how
That's
are they
what it
coming
sounds
at us?
like, yes.
Well,
Right now you can only hear them because they're quite a distance away. If you wait to see them...
does it sound like it's a group, or does it sound like they are spread out in a line?
It sounds like there's a huge mob probably spread out in a line. But it sounds like there's a lot of something coming through towards you. Now the jungle is very dense, and it is night, so you could try to hide.
Let's try hiding.
I look at him like, do we go up?
Hide.
No,
Up in the trees and hide.
Okay. Do we leave the girl down here?
I think for now,
I turn to the girl. Do you want to live?
She's more valuable alive.
I turned to her. Do you want to live?
Anne actually looks in the direction of the noise, looks at your gun, and then sprints towards the clearing. Because she knows if you fire the gun, they will hear you. So you're not going to shoot her.
Nope.
That's her plan, at least. We'll see if that works out for her.
I'm not going to shoot her.
She starts sprinting towards the clearing.
I take the knife out of my boot, and I would like to throw it at her, and then proceed to climb up.
Roll throwing. I think it's throwing.
I think it would be throwing too.
So throw, which is like fourth column middle.
Fourth column mid. Science throw. Okay. Let's see if I get it. I got a 10, which is my half, so that's a great 6.
All right. Crystal, is there a damage bonus for rolling so high?
I think it's up to the DMs. Like, usually.
All right.
Dude, I technically SC one.
Well, that's already damage bonus.
In other games I've played, if you get a hard success, it's usually that you get to take your you get to do your damage at advantage. I think.
I want to do double damage.
If you did an extreme,
let's do double damage. So
we did
2d4.
Okay.
No, hard we did max. You got max damage, and extreme was how we did it.
I want to do double damage. I think it's dramatically more interesting to do it that way, because that way you have a chance of killing her, at least a chance.
Yeah. And I think, Justin, what's your knife damage?
It's a medium, so it's 1d4.
+2 plus damage bonus.
Yeah. What would the damage bonus be?
Damage bonus is 1d4.
1d4. So, oh boy,
so that's already 2d4 plus 2 doubled.
Oh god. I got an 8, double that is 16, plus 2 is 18, plus on a damage die is 3, so it's 21.
All right, so Anne is dead. Describe where the dagger hits her to kill her.
It's simply just your perfect square into the back of the spine, cutting the spinal cord.
Perfect. So the only person who knows any of the rituals to communicate with the creatures is dead. You guys are climbing and hiding in the trees.
And
roll stealth tests.
Wait, she was the only one that knew the ritual? Oh god.
Yeah.
I doomed.
Well, you have it written down, but it'll take several weeks to study that.
They do. They have it written down. We don't.
They have it written down. Yeah.
So
the book's back at the resort.
Yeah. So
I got that one. I got looks like a 13.
I failed by 6.
Nice.
But I am going to spend some luck to get that down to exactly what I need.
Good idea. And I'll also get you guys to make sanity tests.
Okay. Where would that be? Oh.
Yeah, that's just
science.
Sanity.
Science.
No, it's one of the boxes full of numbers up top in the middle. Kind of up in the middle.
Okay.
So we want labeled sanity.
Oh, yeah.
Come
That
on, I
was
need.
my sanity anyway, so that was that. Hey, do you know what my
Fail. Fail.
size, move rate, power?
Sanity is power.
Okay, that's my power. I have a 50 then for my insanity. Well, I swore I had more, but let's just mark it off at 50 for now. And I will roll. I have to beat it. I have to get lower than a 50. Oh wait, no, I have to get
Yeah.
50 or lower.
Actually, make 2 sanity tests.
Well, the first one's 49. Second one's 47.
Those are successes or failures?
Both of them are successes, I believe.
But just
Perfect.
barely for him.
Yeah.
And what about you, Dietrich?
I've got the same number twice.
Okay. What is that, a success or a fail though?
Both of them are fails.
Excellent. So now, Crystal, is it
17.
correct that if he takes 10 points of sanity damage at once, he just goes nuts?
Yeah, actually, I think it's 5. And if
Okay.
you go down, and if you take 1/5 of your sanity in one game, you get a temporary insanity.
All right.
For taking
So-
5 points, you get a permanent insanity, I believe.
How far down does my sanity go?
Yeah, so you take 11 points of sanity. Now it's spread. I don't think it matters, but that's one for 7, and then the other one for 4. There's 2 different horrible things that you see.
So does that do I take my sanity and actually lower my sanity, or how does that work?
Crystal?
The first roll was a 7.
Yep.
Okay, so then he took 5 sanity in one dice roll. So
Yep.
yes, he gained a permanent insanity or whatever.
Okay. So does he go like cuckoo? Should he narrate that or
yeah.
or
Instructions in the guide.
okay.
Right.
So you 2 are up in the trees.
We have to roll a d10 to see what happens.
Oh,
So-
okay.
What happens?
What page is that on?
Let me look for it real quick. Let's see. I hate the content. I hate the table of contents in this book because it doesn't actually have the page numbers.
Yeah, I know. I've got my PDF bookmarked, but I had to bookmark it myself, and I don't think I have the sand on there.
I mean, it looks like you got to roll a d10 to see what it is, what temporary insanity occurs, and then you roll that. You role play that out.
Him?
And it
I
can
roll a
be anything
hero.
from it could be anything from you pass out, which was
Okay, it's
usually
on-
the preferred option. Sometimes it can be as bad as all of a sudden everyone around you is an enemy and you just start trying to kill everything.
Yeah.
He rolls or
I
I
found
roll?
it. It's on. You roll. Go ahead. Roll a d10. It's on page 159. Let me know what that d10 comes.
I got a 10.
All right. So you have now received a mania. You gain a new mania, which is rolled on. So roll a d100.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of.
Oh no! This is gonna go horribly wrong. 21.
21 is for some reason. Okay. So I will narrate this. 21 is botonophobia. And I'll narrate this for you guys. So you guys have climbed up in the trees in the jungle canopy. Anne's dead body is laying near you with a knife protruding from her back. She's stone dead. You hear this army coming closer and closer. You start to see it in the twilight darkness of the jungle. All of these figures, vaguely humanoid, as they grow closer, you see the rubbery, slimy green-gray skin and the huge, unblinking, fishy, glassy eyes. You see these fish man creatures like frogs, some of them hopping, some of them loping, some of them almost dragging themselves through the jungle. And at first it seems like there's hundreds, and then you realize there's thousands of them. They're trampling over all of the brush, and you see as they get closer, they have strange coral spears and gold jewelry hanging off of them. Some of them are scarified. These are definitely sapient, primitive creatures, savages from deep beneath the waves. And Otto, you manage to maintain your cool as they're coming through, and soon you guys are looking down, and it's a sea of these things crawling and loping right underneath you. And you see some of them stoop over Anne's body, and they grab her and start tearing her apart and devouring her and ripping her flesh and eating her corpse. Otto, you are still sane somehow, but it's at that point, Dietrich, that you start to hallucinate that the tree that you're clinging in is coming alive, and that the branches and vines are grasping around at you, and you're developing botanophobia, a fear of plant life.
Great.
I'll let you narrate though. Do you stay quiet and hidden, or do you start screaming and fall out of the tree and get eaten? It's up to you.
I'm trying to think of what actually makes more sense, because like I know what I want to do, but it's I am going to press myself up against the trunk and just try and kind of back up against the trunk and just try and hide from the branches.
All right. So in your hallucination, you're backing against the trunk, and it opens up and envelops you and sucks you inside of the tree trunk, and you become one with the tree. In your hallucination,
I am taking my gun and firing 2 shots inside it to try and kill this tree.
All right. So as you open fire, they all look up. They see you shooting at the tree. They start climbing up the tree, and eventually they grab your feet and pull you down and rip you apart and devour you. Otto, make another sanity test, because you've now seen Dietrich get torn apart and eaten.
After losing his own sanity.
Oh, yeah. What do you got, Justin?
You're muted.
I got a 47.
Success?
Yeah, it's a success. I'm a
Right.
cold.
You're still the most sane person ever. So you stay quiet and hidden up in that tree, basically forever.
Any sanity damage at all?
Probably 1. That only makes 3 points total, so he's still very sane.
Okay.
And then we'll cut back to Arthur and Emmaleth. So you guys can hear this blasphemous fish frog hybrid mutant army loping and slithering towards you. What do you guys do?
Well, we hear a gunshot as well.
Yes.
Two gunshots. Two gunshots. So I turn to Emmaleth and I try to size her in 1 second to see if there's any way I can change her mind.
Yeah. I really don't think so. I mean, like, she doesn't see these things yet. She's probably going to lose her mind when she does, but like, this is really what she wants to do. She at least wants a chance to know the truth about everything.
Okay. So my hand goes to to my coat, upon which there's a feather of a former creature he has already met,
Yes.
and he tell her, "Good luck, but I'm not dying here." He turns around and run the other way.
Okay. So Arthur's running into the jungle. Emmaleth, you're standing there, you're waiting. You could hear them drawing closer and closer. It's louder and louder. There's more and more of them. As they're coming out now of the bush, of the jungle, you can see them. Make a sanity test.
In them and stuff, by the way, I'm like shaking like a leaf, but I'm getting on my knees and I'm putting my hands up and like, trying to let them know that I don't want to harm them or anything.
Mm-hmm.
53. I'm pretty sure I passed because I have a 70 something for my sanity.
So you're remarkably sane. You probably only take 1 point of sanity damage from that, I would say. So they're coming out and towards you. And of course, out of character, we know what they want to do to Emmaleth because she looks tasty. But as they're looming towards her, she doesn't know what they're about to try to do to her. And then the squid hybrid toddler creature crawls up out of the pool, and it's going to crawl over to Emmaleth and wrap itself around her from behind and like shield her. And they create this circle, and she's completely encircled by the creatures, and they're looking at her. And the little baby squid spawn is hugging her as if it's protecting her and telling them, she's okay. And Emmaleth is surrounded by these huge hybrid entities, and she might think that she's safe. And she stands up and she's cradling the little baby squid monster. And then the squid monster, it will turn and look up at her and open its jaws and sink his fangs into her neck and tear out Emmaleth's throat. And the blood squirts all over the creature as Emmaleth falls down and its embrace tightens. And the baby devours her as the horde watches on. The first live and wriggling meal of the spawn of Dagon, which will, of course, become one of their new gods. Samuel, do you want to narrate an epilogue for Arthur? Because Arthur, does he survive the jungle? I could see Otto surviving very easily because he just has to wait in the tree till they all leave. But what about Arthur? Does he survive his trek through the jungle?
Well, concerning that, I have 51 in survival. I have a lot of points in tracks as well. So I would say he does survive.
Right.
He probably finds Otto somewhere someday.
Now, Otto, do you want to then narrate your epilogue? What does Otto do after this? Eventually, the creatures leave. The sun rises. The resort is empty. There's no evidence of what happened here other than these weird footprints. And what does Otto do? Does he go mad? Does he continue with his life? What happens to Otto?
So, I guess the easiest way to put it is I pay my respects to my dead German comrade.
Hey, you're American. You're not German.
German
I pay respects to my I pay respects to my. Here's fun fact for you. Me and Eddie grew up in the same town, so
2 streets down from each other.
2 streets down. So my German
nice.
comrade.
We did, although since he moved away like 15 years ago, I didn't recognize him, and we had this fun thing planned for if I did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We only try again with another character, Ed.
Yep.
But I get down, I kind of pay respect to everyone, and I kind of slowly walk out, still being kind of cautious.
Did you grab my guns?
Yes, I grabbed your guns.
My very ornate, handcrafted, like 60, 70-year-old firearms that have been in my family for 2 generations.
And now they're in mine. And then I kind of make it to the village. I see any supply. Do I see any supply? I grab as much supplies as I can see, and kind of look around to see if Arthur is with me or if he's still on the island.
Well,
Meet up
eventually,
and
eventually I make my way back to the hotel because I'm not crazy like just running straight forward for a full night. I mean,
Okay.
I ran far enough that I knew that I was out of earshot from them, and I just stay put and see if they were coming for me. But since they were not, in the morning I would just have made my way back to see what happened and find like the body of Emmaleth and the body of.
Well, there are no bodies.
There's just blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's blood. So I know that Emmaleth is probably dead because unless the creature bleeds red as well, which I actually doubt a lot, and I do not know how it could have bled. So my guess is that it's Emmaleth. I found the body of not the body, but I found blood where our German friend was supposed to be, and eventually I make my way back to the hotel and find Otto. And I highly suggest we get as much provision as we can, get a boat, and get the fuck out.
Go for it.
As you're looking around the area where Emmaleth's blood stains paint the white sand red, you look over to one of the statues and you see something glisten in the sunlight and grab it, and you realize it's Emmaleth's 38 special.
Stupid girl.
Dustin, because it's the proud owner of a Luger, a double-barreled shotgun, an elephant gun, and a double-barreled 8mm rifle. Plus a trench knife.
Yeah. I need a new trench knife. I lost mine. I think they ate it.
Mine's a triangle blade.
All right, so maybe Otto and Arthur, do you guys like team up, or do you just go your separate ways and decide never to speak of this again?
Well, I gather all the books we have found from Edward Gregory, and unfortunately, this piqued my curiosity even more. So I'm gonna probably go insane soon. But I'm gonna keep looking for weird stuff in the world. I've seen too much now. And if Otto wants to join me, he's welcome. If not, well, we go our separate ways.
I look at him and I go, well, I'm kind of wandering across most of the United States. Now I saw something I can't unsee. And if this is going around the rest of the world, we're probably better off just teaming up. And I go along with him.
And I've seen other stuff as well, so there's a lot to be seen.
I just wanted to say, in the afterlife, Emmaleth just sees Dietrich standing there glaring. Just my ghost is glaring at her with this hatred in his eyes.
So are you trying to tell us that Dietrich becomes a ghost and haunts the resort?
No. I just become a ghost. I become a ghost. Just glare evilly with hatred in my eyes at Emmaleth.
Okay.
And then just go off to whatever afterlife there is for a German.
They're good Christian.
Hell, right?
No. He's a good Christian.
Could be Valhalla.
I heard this funny joke one time that was like, everyone says that hell's a bad thing, but it's been like 2,000 years since we've heard anything about it. With all the scientists down there, surely they have air conditioning by now.
They have the dinosaurs and water slides.
German scientists went there.
Thank you guys very much for Last Resort Part 2.
I survived 4 games.
I don't know how. I
survived 4 games.
I was so hoping that this would be the game that Arthur died, and then it's just he runs into the dog and is like, okay, next one. Next one, Arthur is going to die.
He's a survivor.
See,
Look,
I was tempted to just see, as soon as I saw you guys walking towards that altar, I'm just like, they're probably going to try and do some weird thing. There's tentacles. Maybe I should just kill Arthur.
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Yeah.
As you know, come to
Hey,
think,
hey, for real, GM, that was brilliant with the squid do that. I totally felt like it was like actually gonna be, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And then you had the thing bite into my character's neck, and I died laughing.
yeah.
He was
Right.
not protecting
I'm like,
you
yeah,
from them. He was just saying, "This is my lunch, mine."
So I just want to say, I think in this situation, botanophobia is like the worst possible thing that could happen.
Look,
Wait, Ed, don't you have that in the other D&D campaign or Hunger Games one too?
No, I
No,
don't.
you feel remorse for plants. You cannot. You feel
I
bad
cannot
when you
kill
kill
a plant
them.
in that game because of some weird thing. I cannot kill or harm any living creature, any living plants.
Well, you can. You just feel sad about it.
Yeah, two completely different games.
that's for sure. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. I hope you had a good
Yeah.
time. I had a really good time. I thought you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
were going to get on the boat, and I had zombies on the boat. I didn't know we were going to get to the deep one.
Really? Zombies on the boat?
Oh
At
yeah,
least it's not on a plane.
But- ate all of Anne's zombies. That's how she escaped. Because the original game that this is a sequel to was supposed to be Deep Ones on a boat, and then Crystal is like, "Oh, we have to have zombies," and then it became zombies on a boat. But we came back full circle. We got those Deep Ones after all, so that's good
Yep.
stuff.
You know, I just want to say, I think for some reason, I feel like this is all Emmaleth's fault.
Because it is.
Totally
It
is.
totally is.
I totally should just stuck the gun around the corner.
Had I been able to hear the conversation that you were having with that woman out in the jungle, I would have like walked out there and like begged you not to point shot at you guys to protect her, because I would be things I don't, and I would be like, just take me on as an apprentice, you know?
Yeah.
Don't worry,
would totally
she'll
I
have
think
her
there's
back.
no stopping it after this. I think after the fistmen are attacking,
So
there's
when
no
the
point in
demon was
becoming
like,
an
"You can hear
apprentice. You're gonna die.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
No.
well, see, I didn't know that. Like I'm saying, like the demon's like you hear voices, but you don't hear conversation. So I was gonna walk forward, but then I was like, no, she wouldn't, because she thinks these could be like, you know, maybe jungle people or something, you know. So she's just gonna sit there and just talk, say these different things in like the best languages she can.
That's
Mhm.
the-
I haven't
the
shot
best.
my gun.
I have. Wait.
I
Yes,
saw
I
it.
have.
Yeah.
I shot the sawed off at a doorknob, and I threw a knife in the
Shoot out
person's
of that
back.
door.
And I fired an elephant gun into a tree.
Tree.
Oh, yeah, you killed the shit out of that tree. You guys are badasses. Anything made of wood, you guys have got this.
See, as soon as I realized I failed that sanity, one my first thought was,
I'm dead. Or was
No,
it? I'm
it
gonna
was-
shoot
no,
Justin.
my first thought was, well, I've completely lost my brain.
Oh, I thought this was gonna be a we shoot Justin trial.
No.
No.
We completely lost his sanity. Turns to me across the tree. Don't you do it? Don't you do it?
If it was the one where I saw all my friends as enemies, then like, you would have gotten 2 elephant gun rounds into you, which are like
Yeah.
3d6 plus
You look
4.
over, and it looks to you like Otto is suddenly turned into a fish man. He's like, oh, and you blow him out
Yeah.
of the tree.
No, because I can make 2 attacks in the round, and each one is 3d6 plus 4. I think, and I have what, a 60 on rifles.
I have a 70.
Yeah, but I think I can hit you twice.
You missed both times? How?
Okay, I'm probably gonna log out, guys. I gotta get
Yeah.
ready to go. I work the night shift. It'll be very fun.
Who knows? Maybe next time we play Cthulhu together, I'm gonna get Arthur again.
Yeah, I got to keep running Cthulhu until Arthur gets killed.
That's basically what has to happen now.
But thank you so much. You guys were a blast. You're all awesome. I did not see any of that coming. I thought there would be zombies on a boat. I'm very happy that there were some surprises for me. It was awesome.
As soon as I heard that she was putting the water on the statue, my first thought was, that's not going to end well. Like, I was waiting for, as soon as I heard that, I'm just like, well, okay, there's going to be some big, like, explosion or something, and all of a sudden I'm going to take off running and find Emmaleth's dead body, and then we're going to get on the boat.
Nope,
Cthulhu
instead we
isn't
shot
about
Hans.
killing people. It's just about doing weird, horrible shit to people and while they still are alive.
Well, yeah, what do you think I did to Hans?
See, I mentioned to Justin I texted Justin this during the break, but I initially had the thought of when I was doing the first day on Hans, taking a knife, killing him, and then when the people showed up saying it was the natives, they attacked us, and just to put everyone's fears to rest, so that we could slip out on that boat. And then Emmaleth goes running off into the forest like, well, shit.
I'm telling you, we should have just left her, but no.
See,
Okay,
Justin,
yeah,
if we had gone for the boat, we would have died.
Either way,
see you in 2 weeks, David.
Yeah, I'm going to sign out. Again, thank you so much, and have a great night, guys.
See ya.
David.